Welcome to Recombu. I'm Basil, this is an LG G2 and you are watching our first impression video. The LG G2 has been in our possession for about an hour now and we've been putting it through its paces very briefly but very rigorously in order to give you a first impression with some authority. We're going to start off by talking about the things that we really do quite like about it, and the first thing is that display. 5.2 inches full HD IPS display. It's stunning and it's immersive. This is largely thanks to the relatively bezel-less form of the phone. It really is something to behold. Hopefully the camera will focus now. There you go, and we can pan across and you can see just how beautiful everything looks. We're not actually fans of LG's transitions, so this is maybe something we don't like quite so much. The whole user interface, in fact, is something that we're going to come on to. You can customize it to high heavens, and that's not necessarily something we totally love. You've also got a very busy notifications bar, for example, which is overwhelming, but that screen is a beauty. Another thing that's really interesting about the device is the design. While you've not got the strongest feel, it's plastic predominantly and it does feel a tad hollow. You've got the power buttons on the back, as well as the volume rocker, all situated below the 13 megapixel optically image stabilized camera. If we are to tap the power button, we can switch the phone off, and if we tap it again, naturally, it switches the phone on. Another thing to note is a feature called Knock On. If we simply put the phone down and we want to bypass using that rear-mounted camera button, we can just double tap the screen and it activates Knock On, after which we can either just view the clock and let it go back to sleep or slide the phone on. So a few really cool innovative features on the LG G2, and the design, as we said, while it doesn't necessarily feel incredibly premium, certainly is a treat in terms of innovation as far as those power buttons go. The 13 megapixel optically image stabilized camera should basically make up for the fact that 13 megapixels is too much for a tiny little sensor, so it should hold those pixels even stiller so they could gather more light, so that in low light shots it's going to get that bit more detail than its competitors. We certainly put it side by side with the Samsung Galaxy S4, for example, at the announcement, and we found that the LG G2 won out. But for a comprehensive review, stay tuned to Recombu. We will be putting it through its paces. There are plenty of shooting modes to test out, plenty of things to play with in this camera, and our first impressions, based on the couple of pictures we just shot, are really promising. And so now we're going to talk about that user interface. If we press the menu button, we can see we can tweak the theme. You've got a candy floss theme, marshmallow theme, sorry, and we can flip over to that. And you can also change the transitions extensively. You can see this changes the font to a very Comic Sans style type font. Really something we're not fans of. It totally breaks away from stock Android. And you can also change the home screen settings with some transition changes. But having said that, do you know what? They are a lot of fun, and we're sure many people will quite like them. So if you want to go all out and you want to have a really comic-y look and feel to your phone, you can do that. But do you know what? We don't. So we're going to jump back to the default theme and call it a day. What we can say for sure, though, is this is an impressive handset. Specs alone, it looks phenomenal. You've got that 3000 milliamp battery, so it should certainly last a day. 32 gigabytes of storage on some variants, 16 on others. Unfortunately, no microSD expandability. But all in all, really strong offering from LG and a very good first impression. So in a nutshell, the things we love: that screen, we're getting used to this, and the camera as well is something else we love. Things we don't love: the overbearing user interface is quite heavy and strong. Check back for our full review where we can give you some more details on the LG G2. If you've got any questions, anything you want us to try out, please let us know in the comment section below. So, and if you like this video, just click like. If you like our channel, click subscribe.